Hey everyone, it's another day in the books. We are going to head to the house and get in a solid workout. Today is shoulders, abs, and calves. I got a question for you. Who thought you absolutely have to lift heavy and go hard and stay in the gym for hours to get any progress? I know I did in the beginning. That is really not the case. You guys have noticed on the home workouts, I had that thing done in about 30 minutes. And my workouts tend to be about, 45 minutes long because I'm not lifting in a way. Let me phrase this properly. There's two schools of thought. Some guys are, you gotta lift heavy, you gotta lift hard, and you gotta be in the gym. If you're not in there 2 hours, you aren't working out. Other guys are, go in there, fatigue the muscle. Once that muscle's fatigued, you're done. I'm more of the second school of thought, especially with my age. We've discussed before, lifting heavy is not good for somebody of the age bracket I'm in. Could I do it? Yeah. Would I pay the price? You bet I would. There would be definitely issues with my joints. I'm already dealing with my elbow. And it's just things that would slow down my progress. So lifting the way that I lift, I can stay consistent. And that is the most important thing to me. Being consistent, getting in there day after day, fatiguing those muscles, initiating growth, and that is my game plan. And you have to do what works for you. I do know guys that go into the gym and they just pretty much live in there. To get healthy and gain muscle and lose that body fat, there is no reason for it. All you need is 30 minutes of cardio a day, and we're not talking about huffing and puffing and running a marathon here. We're talking about moderately paced, get your heart rate up a little bit, and get in that fat burning zone. There is a legitimate fat burning zone that you're trying to hit. I usually get my heart rate up to, 120, 125. I'm breathing, but I'm not breathing heavy. I'm not dying. I'm able to be on my phone while I'm doing cardio. Getting in enough steps during your day. If you have a desk job, steps are very important. You've got to hit at least 10,000 a day. I do 7+ cardio, but I'm also doing all the steps during my day of work. So I haven't needed to do cardio out here at all. Not even any. In the beginning I did, but now I'm hitting 13,000 steps a day. So I'm covering cardio. So marathon gym trips are not required. If your goal is to just tone up your muscle and gain some muscle and drop fat, once again, it's just consistency. That's all it is. That's all you got to do. Granted, my pace of gaining muscle is slower than somebody younger or somebody who's pushing that hard. I've been lifting straight for 2 years, and I'm at the point that I'm at now. Probably could have shaved off 6 months, maybe a little bit more off the amount of time it took me to get to this point, but the risks were too high. So there's that. These home workouts, they're going to be very, very basic. Like I said before, these are things that you can do at home so that you don't have to get a gym membership. I'm not going to go out there and try to impress you with hundreds and hundreds of reps just to have you turn around and do it and be miserable. This is supposed to be a fun experience, not misery. If you are in so much pain the next day that you can't move, you're likely not going to go to the gym again. So this is about longevity, okay? So when I'm doing these workouts at home and showing you guys, keep that in mind. I'm not there to impress you with lots of reps and stamina and strength. And I'm there to show you some things that you can do at home and still get decent results, okay? We had a rainy day today. We'll see what the condition of the carport is. There was some wind, but I don't think it hurt us too bad. I don't mind a wet floor. That's not a big deal. I'm not going to be laying down on the ground, so that's not an issue. So we're still going to get the workout in, even if it starts raining again. We're still going to finish the workout. Lighting yesterday was a little bit of an issue. I did notice when I was editing that when I would back up away from the camera, it would allow more light and you could see me better. And as I approached the camera, it kind of darkened the picture. So I brought some lighting with me, and I'm going to go ahead and rig that up before we work out today to keep some consistent lighting in the area. And that should help us out quite a bit. Still haven't solved the mic issue, so I'm going to sound distant, and I apologize for that. I tried to order a mic for this camera, and they sent it via U.S. Postal Service, and the Postal Service does not deliver on Oak Island. So they went ahead and sent it back to who I purchased it from. So it's going to have to wait till I get home, or on my day off, maybe I can track down a mic at Best Buy or something and solve that problem. We shall see. We're out on the highway right now. I just wanted to clarify some things if you were wondering why that workout was so light. And I'm going to change the format a little bit. I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing, but I'm not going to film the whole thing. That was a marathon of downloading just for that 30-minute workout. I'm going to do it in several clips. Each workout or each exercise that I do, I'll film a set of it and include one set of each thing that I do so you can see what I'm doing. We should get some pretty good pumps. I'm really happy with my calves right now. So I'm going to be going out there and with my pants rolled up so we can see those calves as they're getting worked. Shoulders are coming along quite well. A lot of people, they ignore the rear delts because you don't see them. But the rear delt is what caps off the whole shoulder. It gives you that rounded, like shoulder pad look. If you don't have rear delts and you've only got front and side delts, you're leaving a lot on the table. So I've been concentrating hard on rear delts, trying to get those suckers to grow. It's been a little bit challenging, but I'm hitting them hard. I'm going to hit them today. We're doing rear delts, side delts, front delts. And abs is going to be incline bench, weighted. And then calves, I've got a couple different ideas. We have stairs there at the house, and if it's not raining, that's the direction I'll probably go. If it is raining, I will figure out a way to elevate the toes so I can lift the heel up off the ground and stretch those calves under weight. So that's the plan, and I hope you guys stick with me for it, and I'll have this edited and put out into the cloud tonight. So I'll see you guys at the house. Bye. Hey guys, as you can see, I moved everything indoors. We do what we need to do to get the workout done, right? Today during lunch, I crunched my numbers. As you know, I track my calories and I track my weight and I track my body fat. So past 4 weeks, I have averaged 2,790 calories a day. And what that translated into was a 5.4 pound increase in my weight over 4 weeks and a 1% drop in body fat. So weight going up, body fat slowly coming down. So that tells me that my muscles are demanding a little bit from my body fat and my calories are about where I want it. I don't know if I want to stay at this or not. I might want to increase it just a little bit. I would love to see the body fat just kind of level out for 4 weeks and see my body use the calories that I'm bringing in. So originally I had planned on about 2,800 to 3,000, and I may come up another 100 calories. I'll sleep on that tonight and decide. All right, so the first set of exercises is going to be rear delt. I brought up 3 sets of dumbbells, and I'm going to record this first one, and then the other ones I'm just going to complete on my own. And then we'll switch to the next exercise and I'll talk about it. So we'll start out light. Ooh. And our rear delts, kind of an odd situation here. Let's go ahead and turn the bench. So we're sitting on the end of the bench. There we go, that's much better. So you want to lean all the way over onto your legs. And you're gonna bring these weights up at an angle behind you. It's gonna be a very limited movement. So, and the movement should look something like this. As the weight increases, the amount of movement you can get out of it is going to decrease also. All right, so about 20 for warm-up is what you want to shoot for. Choose a weight that's light enough that you get that blood pumping in whatever muscle you're working. I'm going to go ahead and jump up to the 20s, then up to the 35s, and finish out this exercise. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. So what I did was go up to the 35s, and then I went step back down again and did sets all the way back down to the 15s. Now we're moving on to the side delts. If you're wondering how much time you should wait in between sets, it's about how long it takes for you to catch your breath. Certainly not enough time for you to be texting your buddies on your phone or making a phone call or FaceTiming somebody. You're working out. You don't have time for that. I've seen kids do a set and then sit their butts down right there in the middle of the cable rack or the cable tower and start texting for 15 minutes and then do another set. You're totally wasting your momentum. Okay, the idea is to fatigue the muscle. So once you've got your breath caught and you can take on another set, you go for it. So like right now, I'm ready to do side. Back to the low weight. Almost the same position, except you're gonna be sitting up this time. And you're not gonna be able to put a lot of weight up in the air. This is a very humbling part of doing delts, that and front delts. So keep the weight light, don't throw the weight. You want to lift the weight with your shoulders. It does put quite a bit of tension on your elbows, so be cautious of that. All right, I'm gonna take a breath. I'm probably gonna stick with that weight and do 2 more sets. All right, side delts are done. We're gonna move on to front. Now front's gonna be a little bit odd. You're gonna actually spread your feet apart a little bit, bend your knees a little bit, and you're gonna rest the weight right on your glutes, all right? Or right on your thighs, excuse me. Glutes are back behind here. Don't put it on your glutes, that won't work. Rest it on your thighs, okay? Oh. Starting with light weight again and staying with light weight. knees bent, and it's a lift. One arm at a time. Control that weight. All right, catch your breath, go on to the next set. All right, now I have the bench set up in an incline. I understand that some of you may not have a bench. You really do not need one. You can do normal crunches just like you did in high school and PE class. You can do planks. You could do elevated legs by placing a chair and putting your feet up on the chair and laying on your back and doing crunches. What else can you do? I mentioned planks. Planks kill me. I try to avoid planks because I'm not trying to develop the sides of my abs. I've already got enough core development there, and if it gets too wide, it just doesn't look right. When I work abs at the gym, I only do cable crunches. I set up the cable with enough weight, pull down the cables, and crunch under load, under tension. But I understand this is a home workout, so let's get some crunches going, some weighted crunches, and then we'll move on. I've only got the 15s. Set. All right, everyone, sorry about not being in the frame. Time to pull up the old pant legs and get some calves done. Best I can come up with some body weight calves. Get yourself an elevated platform, kind of using the back of the bench. It doesn't have to be very high, just enough to stretch your calves. I'll do some body weight. So basically I'm going to do 3 positions: out, in, or out, straight, and in, okay? If that makes sense. I'll go ahead and do a set right now so you can see them. Hold at the top, nice slow stretches. In and straight, holding at the top, keep reminding myself. And heels pointed in. Be cautious not to tweak your knees. All right, so body weight is fine if you're starting these out. I am going to increase the amount that I'm doing. Boy, I'm still not in the picture, way down there. Hey guys, I'm going to increase the number of calf stretches I'm going to do because it's body weight. I'm used to doing these under a lot of tension. So to get my calves pumped up, I'm going to have to crank out a lot of reps. I'm not going to put you guys through that. Well, this angle is pretty freaky. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the video. And this is pretty much going to be the end of our workout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed some of the fun angles. Let me go ahead and change the camera angle so we can do a pump pick so you guys see where I'm at right now. All right, so shoulders should be pretty well pumped up. Arms go along with it. Any arm exercises tend to pump up the triceps and the biceps pretty good. For example, when I'm bench pressing, I'll get an outrageous pump in my arms. I hope the calf shots were okay, not too much. I know I have no butt, I'm working on it, okay? You don't need to tell me. I know I have no butt. We'll get there. It'll come. All right, guys, this is the end of the video. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my exercises, my calf exercises. And then I'll go ahead and get this edited and load to the cloud for you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this is a little bit shorter than last time. And I hope this helps you out at home. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.